Welcome back to Redan High School and Greg Goodwin Field. It is game 2 of the Sweet 16 GHSA playoff matchup between the Stevens County Indians and Redan High School, the Raiders. We are at the home of the Raiders, but the Indians took game 1 4-2, and it was Connor Loudermick, the first baseman and pitcher, who closed out the game for the Indians. In game 1, the bases was loaded for the Raiders, but Loudermick was able to get out of that jam and seal the win for the Indians in game 1, and he is back on the mound here. Starting pitcher this game. He came in as a relief pitcher in game 1, but he is starting game 2, and he's coming into game 2 with a whole lot of momentum. He showed a lot of excitement on the field after getting that last punch out to win game 1 for the Indians. For the Raiders, it is going to be Matthew Evans leading off game 2. He is a shortstop and a senior and an Eastern Tennessee State commit. He's going to be leading things off here for us in the top of the first inning in game 2. If the Indians win this game, they win the series. They advance to the Elite Eight. Redan, the Raiders, they need a win here to play again tomorrow for a chance to advance. So that's the situation here. Raiders win. They stay alive for a game 3 tomorrow. Indians win, and that's a wrap. They are headed to the Elite Eight. Game 2 pitch is in, and it's going to be a strike. So Loudermick starting how he left off game 1 with a strike. So 0-1 is the count, and he's working quickly. No pitch clock out here, but he doesn't need that. He's already working fast. That one's going to be a ball, 1-1 count. Third pitch is for a ball, 2-1 count here. Working against Matthew Evans, the senior shortstop for the Raiders. The Indians won game 1, 4-2. Redan jumped out quickly to a 2-0 lead, scored 2 runs in the bottom of the second, and then went scoreless since then. The problem for Redan in game 1 was leaving runners stranded. They had the bases loaded several times, was not able to capitalize. So, in order to get out of this game with a win, in order to play again tomorrow, they have to bring runners home. The Indians had strong pitching on the mound in game 1. It was Hayden Scott, who was the starting pitcher, pitched all the way until the bottom of the 7th, where Connor Loudermick came in to relieve and close out that game. Now he is starting game 2, already warmed up and feeling good after a big final inning in game 1 just about 30 minutes ago. 2-1 count. And that pitch is on the outside, so 3-1 count. Matthew Evans working at the plate. Pitch is in, pitch is low in the dirt, so it's going to be a walk for Matthew Evans. So leadoff batter gets to first base. And it's going to be Cross Redan, the senior third baseman, now at the plate. So runner on first, no outs. Redan leading off with a runner on first. That pitch is low, so another ball there for Loudermick. 1-0 is the count. Throws to first. Evans stays safe there. 1-0 count. Pitch is in. Pitch is on the outside. So, ball. So, 3-0 count. 2-0 count. No outs. Runner on first. Pitch is in. That one ends for a strike, so 2-1 count. Loudermick finding the zone. Working against Cross Redan, the senior third baseman. Evans at first. That was close, but he stayed safe. 2-1 is the count, no outs. And that one's on the outside again, so 3-1 count. Cross Redan at the plate, working with a 3-1 count. Loudermick on the mound. Pitches in, and that one is high. It's 4-4, so a walk. Walking it out for Redan. Back-to-back walks. So 2 runners on, runner in scoring position at second. No outs. 2 runners up, 2 runners walked for Redan. And it's James Bethea at the plate now. And we saw this story in game 1. Redan getting on base, but struggling to bring runners home. They're going to have to flip the switch and bring them home in game 2 if they want to keep this series going. That one goes all the way up to center field. 2 Indians there, and they make the catch, but Evans gets to third base. So Matthew Evans gets to third. Runners at the corners. So an out there for James Bethea, but now we have runners at the corners for the Raiders. So runner in scoring position is Matthew Evans at third. Runner at first is Cross Redan. At the plate is Tobias Bell, the first baseman. 1 out. Pitches in. That one fouls back for a strike. 0-1 count, 1 out. And the crowd is starting to get lively here. Sun's going down. The weather feels great. Nice breeze, even here in the press box. So if it starts to feel good in the press box, you know it's feeling great outside. One count, 1 out. Runners at the corners, Bell at the plate. Loudermick on the line, on the mound. Throws back to first, and he's safe. Crispy angle there. That's Bell at the plate. 1-1 pitch is high, 2-1. Runners at the corners, Bell at the plate. 1 out, 2-1 count. Pitches in, swing and a miss. 2-2 is the count. 1 out, runners at the corners, a scoring run at third. The Raiders need to capitalize on these base runners. It's Bell at the plate, 2-2 count, 1 out. Throw to first. Redan is safe there. Two count, 1 out. Pitches in, pitches far left. 3-2, full count here. 3-2 count, 1 out. Runners on the corner. It's Bell at the plate. The Raiders need some runs here, something that wasn't coming easy for them in game 1. Pitches in, and that one fouls way back. 3-2 remains the count. Bell at the plate, working against Connor Loudermick, the first baseman and pitcher for the Indians. Pitches in, pitches low. So bases are loaded. So we start game 2 how we ended game 1 with the Raiders. Bases loaded. Can they capitalize here early in game 1? Working with 1 out. They need a win in this game to survive and advance to a game 3 tomorrow. Indians trying to wrap this up tonight and head to the Elite 8. At the plate for the Raiders, Damian Jones. Bases loaded, pitches in. He swings that one to the shortstop. He goes to second. Can he get to first? And he's out at first. The double play is executed, and the Indians strand 3 runners for the Raiders. The Indians defense showing up big again, starting game 2, just like the defense. Welcome back into Greg Goodwin Field at Redan High School. It is game 2 of a Sweet 16 matchup. It's the GHSA playoffs between the Redan Raiders and the Stevens County Indians. It is the bottom of the first. The Raiders had the bases loaded in the top of the first inning, but they did not capitalize. Not a single run scored. The Indians get out of that jam, and now they are here at bat trying to tack on some runs. The Indians take game 1. We are here in game 2. If the Indians win game 2, they win this series. They advance to the Elite 8. The Redan Raiders need a win here in game 2 in order to play again tomorrow for a deciding game 3. At the mound for Redan is Matthew Evans, the senior shortstop and pitcher, who's committed to Eastern Tennessee State University. His first appearance at the mound today. Didn't pitch at all in game 1. At the plate for Stevens County is Duke Collins, the freshman. 2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss. So, 1 up, 1 down. And it's going to be Christian Hewitt now at the plate for the Indians. One out now. Bottom of the first inning. Pitches in, and that is fouled back for a strike. And we're joined now by Dez. How you doing, Dez?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So we have Matthew Evans at the mound for the first time today. What have you been seeing from him as a pitcher? This is our first showing of him as a pitcher. We've been seeing him at the plate and in the field today.
So it's going to be interesting to see Matt in this starter role. I know Matt is usually Redan's closer. Very good fastball, a lot of life on his fastball. So it's going to be interesting to see how much energy Matt has over these 7 innings.
And it's a 1-2 count, 1 out. Redan needs the win here to advance to a game 3.
Most definitely must-win game here at Greg Goodwin Field.
1-2 pitch is in. Swing. Oh, he got it to foul back. So we stay at 1-2, 1 out. And when you look at game 1, Dez, and what we saw early in this first inning from Redan, they get on base, but they just can't bring those runners home.
Well, in the playoffs, it always boils down to timely hitting. And Redan was on the other side of that in game 1. It's always going to come down to, can you hit with runners in scoring position? I mean, that's the name of the game. But it's put on a bigger scale here in the playoffs. So they're going to have to clutch up and find ways to put the ball in play and limit some of the strikeouts and base running mistakes.
Christian Hewitt strikes out, and now it's the pitcher and first baseman, Connor Loudermick, at the plate for the Indians. Connor Loudermick, the hero in game 1 for the Indians, closing out that win. On the mound as the relief pitcher. Now he's the starting pitcher for the Indians in game 2. 2-0 the count, 2 outs. That pitch is outside. 3-0 count now quickly for Loudermilk. This is game 2 of possibly 3. But this can be the deciding game in this Sweet 16 matchup. 3-0 pitches in, and that's a strike. 3-1 count, 2 outs. Pitches in. Outside.
Yeah, that's a smart walk there. I stay away from 20.
Loudermilk, yes, he's been having a great game on the mound, at the plate. 7 home runs on the season for the Indians. Big play guy there. They're going to bring in a pinch runner at first. It's going to be Eli Sewell.
Yeah, get that courtesy runner for the pitcher there.
He's done a lot of work. He said, I'm not running around these bases for y'all too. And now at the plate, it is Tyler Zagan for the Indians. 2 outs.
Look for some movement right here on the bases with 2 outs.
First pitch is a strike. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Matthew Evans, swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, look like a slider there for Matt. Keep him off his fastball. Good off-speed pitch there.
0-2 is the count, 2 outs. Runner on first, pitch is in. Oh, he fouled that one back, just got a piece of that ball. So we remain at 0-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first. The Indians did a lot of work with 2 outs in game 1. Had a lot of 2-out magic. Can that happen for them here in game 2? Pitch is in. A little low. 1-2 count. 2 outs. 1-2 count. Pitch is in. Swing and a miss.
Got a
punch
strikeout
out
there.
So that's how we end the first inning. Matthew Evans debuts at the mound today and punches the Indians out. We are headed to the second inning, 0-0. Welcome back into Greg Goodwin Field at Redan High School. We are at the top of the second inning in Game 2 of a Sweet 16 matchup between the Stevens County Indians and the Redan High School Raiders. The Indians take Game 1. The Raiders need Game 2 to force a Game 3 here tomorrow. At the plate for the Raiders is Jameer Holloway, the Alcorn State commit, future Brave. 1-1 is the count. Connor Loudermilk still at the mound for the Indians.
As we can see, Holloway moved up in the batting order for Game 2. Little adjustment there from Coach Mack, moving Holloway up in the order.
Fouls that one back.
May like the matchup here. So we move Holloway from the 7 spot to the 5 spot.
A little shifting in the batting order. They need this Game 2. 1-2 is the count. Swung and missed. So, one down in the top of the second inning. Next up for Redan is Xavier Zachary, the senior center fielder. Catcher. Loudermilk. It's been a menace these last couple of innings. One out for Redan. They need this game.
And
he sends that up. Ooh. And the play is made by Noah Holbrooks.
Oh, that's a good play.
The first baseman makes the play for the second out.
He navigated foul territory very well there.
And y'all see the replay there. Not letting anything get by him. Noah Holbrooks for the Indians getting the second out.
And ladies and gentlemen, you got to keep in mind, Redan is the away team for this game. So it always shifts. So Game 2, Redan is now on the road, technically.
A.J. Holloway gets a hit.
First pitch.
So he gets to first base, gets something going, hypes up the dugout for a minute. And Redan needs some juice here. And Holloway gets it. Holloway, the starting pitcher of Game 1, getting things going at bat here for Redan in Game 2. First pitch is a strike. Markel Harden, the junior at the plate now for Redan. Runner on first, 2 outs. 0-1 pitches in. He puts it in play. Shortstop gets it. The throw is there. Oh, high.
That's
he
why
is
you
safe.
run down the line.
That's why you run down the line. Do not give up on the play. Markel Harden is safe.
More importantly, you bring your best hitter up to the plate with runners on base. That's great hustle. Pass the bat. You get Matt Evans up here with runners on base. That's what you want.
2 runners on with Matthew Evans now at the plate, the Eastern Tennessee State commit. The senior shortstop doing some pitching here today as well. Let's see what he has here with 2 outs and 2 runners on.
That hustle brings your best player up.
That chops back foul, 0-1 count. Runner in scoring position at second, runner at first. Matthew Evans at the plate. Oh, 1 count. Loudermilk on the mound. Pitches in. Pitches low, and runner goes to third and second. And are they going to make the play?
What was he thinking?
And he's out at home for the third out. Des, what did you see happening there?
You can see he's pointing to the on-deck batter. Maybe he got some bad advice because he was confident. He obviously didn't see the ball sitting there under the catcher, but he just turned as if the ball was behind.
And the Indians get out of that jam. The Raiders leave runners stranded again, and we are headed to.
So apparently it's a controversy of maybe 2 baseballs being on the field. Yep.
Oh.
It was 2 balls on the field.
Oh, a trick ball.
So he was looking at the ball that was already here up against the backstop and thought that was the ball. Yep.
Oh,
It was
okay.
2 balls on the field. So the on-deck batter didn't see it as well. See, it's 2 balls on the field.
Regardless, the umps are saying we're headed to the bottom of the second. So while they sort that out, we are going to step aside on MPTV. Welcome back into Greg Goodwin Field at Redan High School. It is game 2 of a Sweet 16 GHSA playoff matchup between the Stevens County Indians and the Redan High School Raiders. The Indians took game 1, and we are here in the bottom of the second. First pitch hits the batter, so Noah Strickland will advance to first base from a hit from Redan pitcher Matthew Evans. So that's how we're starting the bottom of the second. The Indians took game 1. They're looking to close it out here tonight. All they need is a win today, a win tonight, a second win today to advance to the Elite 8. The Raiders need a win in this game in order to force a game 3 tomorrow. That bunt fouls back there for Carter. So a 0-1 count. The Raiders just keep making mistakes. They get on base and they're just not able to capitalize. Some confusion there ended the top of the second, leaving 2 runners stranded for the Raiders and no runs scored. So the Raiders getting in their own way a little bit. Just have to clean up a little bit of mistakes. They're in a good spot. The pitch is in and the play is made by the second baseman. Gets to first. So a double play is executed beautifully there by the Raiders. So the double play executed there by the Raiders, and they needed that. So 2 outs now. Pitch is in. That one is fair. Right down the left field line, and they are going to advance to second base. Is Finley Ward. Finley Ward mixing it up and hyping up the dugout. Big play there to keep that ball in play and to advance to second. So a double there from Finley Ward with 2 outs, and he's already in scoring position. So the Indians feeling all the momentum they built in game 1 and carrying it right over here to game 2. Drew Daves at the plate now for the Indians. Runner on second, 2 outs. So they're going to have a conversation there at the mound between the catcher, Markel Harden, and Matthew Evans, our pitcher for Redan. Drew Daves at the plate, runner in scoring position, working with 2 outs. Pitch is in, and it's in for a strike. 0-1 count. Evans needed that. Good confidence booster. Pitch is in. Runner stays at second base. Good work there by the catcher. 0-1 count, 2 outs, runner on second for the Indians. Drew Daves at the plate, pitches in. He sends that one down right field, and they're going to make the play. The pitcher makes the play. Matthew Evans comes off the mound to make the play at first base. And the Raiders escape the second inning without giving up any runs. They need this one to advance to a Game 3 tomorrow. Welcome back inside Greg Goodwin Field at Redan High School. It is Game 2 of a Sweet 16 GHSA playoff matchup between Stevens County and Redan High School. We're all knotted up at 0 in the bottom of the second inning, where Redan, at the top of the third, where Redan is at bat. Swing and a miss from Matthew Evans, the shortstop who had the big play in the bottom of the second inning. He's now at the plate and pitching early in this game too. Loudermilk still at the mound for the Indians. That one gets up to right field and the catch is made. So an out starts the third inning for Redan. The Indians defense not letting anything get by them. So Cross Redan, the senior third baseman, is now at the plate for Redan. Pitches in. That fouls back. 0-1 count. Redan needs this game too if they want to stay alive and play in a deciding Game 3 tomorrow. If the Indians win this game, they advance to the Elite Eight. And the season is done for the Raiders. Swung. So an 0-2 count. Tried to pull the bat back, but wasn't decisive enough. One out. 0-2 count. Pitches in. That one's low for a ball. 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch. He sends that one right to the third baseman who makes the play to first base. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down. At the plate now, James Bethay, the sophomore. 2 outs. Top of the third inning and a game that the Raiders need to stay alive in this playoffs. He sends that one straight up center field. 3 Indians are after it, and the play is made. 3 up, 3 down. We're headed to the bottom of the third inning with the Indians at bat. Welcome back into Greg Goodwin Field, the home of the Redan High School Raiders, hosting the Sweet 16 of the GHSA playoffs. It is Stevens County taking on Redan High School in Game 2. The Indians took Game 1. All they need is a win in this game to advance to the Elite Eight. The Raiders need a win to stay alive, and the play is made. So 1 up, 1 down. The Raiders make the play to start off the bottom of the 3rd inning. So a quick 1 out there. Great throw made by the junior Dyson Marks to first baseman Tobias Bell. It's Matthew Evans, the shortstop, and the pitcher at the mound. In for a ball, 1-0. This is Game 2 of a 3-game series. If the Indians win, they advance. Pitch is in. Pitch is outside the zone, 2-0 count. Raiders need this win to stay alive and to force a Game 3 tomorrow. 3-0 is now the count. 3 balls. 1 out. Pitch is in. Pitch is in for a strike. 3-1 count. Evans, the shortstop, the Eastern Tennessee State commit, on the mound dealing. Pitch is in. Pitch is high. So Duke Collins, the freshman, will be walked for the Indians. Working with 1 out is Christian Hewitt at the plate now. Sun is setting here at Greg Goodwin Field. We had a day game for Game 1, and this was about to turn into a night game. Already in the bottom of the 3rd inning. About 30 minutes has passed. Game moving pretty quickly. Throw is made to first. Duke Collins is safe. 1 out. Pitch is in. That one gets sent to right field. And, oh, the catch is almost made, but it comes out the glove. So Duke Collins gets to first. Runner gets to second for the Indians. So close. It was in the glove, and it came out the glove of Markel Harden. So 2 runners on for the Indians. Just a tip of the glove away from an out. But now 2 runners on, runner in scoring position. And you have the guy of the night, Connor Loudermick, at the plate. Connor Loudermick was intentionally walked last time he was at bat. Let's see what they decide to do this time. First pitch is a ball. The dugout is loud for the Indians. Second pitch is a strike. 1-1. Last time he was at bat, he was intentionally walked. Looks like we're trying to strike him out this time. 1-1 count. Evans keeping the runners in check. 1-1 pitch. In. And it's outside. 2-1. Runner in scoring position on second. Runner at first. Pitch is in. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Loudermick was looking for the boom there. Just misses that pitch. 1 runner, 1 out. 2-2 is the count. 2 runners on. Pitch is in. And that one's low. Catcher keeps it in control. Runners retreat to their bases. Indians fans, Raiders fans, they're making noise. A lot at stake in this second game. Will the Raiders force a game 3? Will the Indians advance to the Elite Eight? It's all decided in these next 4 innings. Evans at the mound. 3-2 count. 1 out. Pitches in. Swing and a miss. Evan punches out Connor Loudermick. Pitcher on pitcher crime. 2 outs. With Tyler Zagon now at the plate for the Indians. First pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. Runners on first and second base for the Indians. Tyler Zagon at the plate, 1-1 is the count. Pitch coming from Evans. Goes, throw to first. He's safe. That was close. One count, 2 outs. Pitch from Evans is in. That one goes in play. Shortstop gets it. Gets the throw to second. And the Indians, that's a wrap. 3 outs. We are headed to the 4th inning. 0-0 is our score in Game 2 of this Sweet 16 matchup. We roll to the top of the 4th inning. Game 2 of a Sweet 16 matchup between the Redan Raiders and the Stevens County Indians. Stevens County took Game 1. Raiders need Game 2 to force a Game 3 tomorrow. If the Indians win this game, that's a wrap. They're headed to the Elite Eight, and the season is done for Redan. It is Tobias Bell, the first baseman, at the plate. On the mound for the Indians is Connor Loudermick. Top of the 4th inning, scoreless so far throughout this game, but it's been a lot of action. 1-0 is the count. Pitch is in. Pitch is in for a strike. Dropped right into the box. 1-1 is the count. One pitch is in. Swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count. No outs. Tobias Bell looking to make something happen here, trying to get something started in a game that the Raiders need to keep their season alive. 1-2, pitches in, and he's punched out. Loudermick gets another strikeout on the day. So, 1 up, 1 down in this 4th inning. At the plate now is Dyson Marks, the junior for the Raiders. First pitch is in for a ball. 1-0 is the count. That pitch is low, hits the dirt. 2-0 is the count. Raiders have to get something going. Now or never. This game decides if they're going to play on in the playoffs or if their season is over. That pitch in for a ball. 3-0 is the count. 1 out. Pitches in. And that's a strike. 3-1. That one gets into play, gets to the shortstop. Throw is made to first. And throw is secured by Noah Holbrooks. The 2nd out. So 2 outs now. Redan has to have something go here. It's Jameer Holloway, the Alcorn State commit, the future Brave, the senior at the plate. Can he make something happen here for Redan with 2 outs in a must-win game? That pitch is low in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Loudermilk on the mound, dealing for the Indians. That pitch is outside. 2-0 count. Pitch is in. And that one's for a strike. 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. Jameer Holloway, the Alcorn State commit, the Brave, at the plate for the Raiders. That one is low in the dirt. 3-1. Raiders need this game to force a game 3 tomorrow. Pitch is in, pitch is outside. So Jameer Holloway will be walked. He'll run to first base. A.J. Holloway, the right-handed pitcher, is now at the plate. Well, we have a little change. So it will actually be Xavier Zachary, the center fielder, at the plate for the Raiders. Two outs. Runner on first. Raiders need this game. Will this be the inning where they get something going? He sends that one to third base, bobbles it. Throw is in time. So he will be out, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. 0-0 is the score. The Indians will be back at the plate momentarily. Welcome back inside Greg Goodwin Field at Redan High School, where the Raiders are taking on Stevens County, the Indians, in a Sweet 16 GHSA playoff matchup. It is game 2. Indians took game 1. All they need is a win in this game to advance to the Elite 8. The Raiders have to have a win here in order to force a game 3 tomorrow. At the mound for the Raiders, Matthew Evans, the shortstop, the Eastern Tennessee State commit. At the plate for the Indians, Noah Strickland, the second baseman. 0-2 is the count. Sun set in Atlanta. Pitches in. That one is made by the shortstop. Throw is made to first. Boom, boom, play. Dyson Marks, the junior, makes the play, the throw to first to Tobias Bell. So, 1 down. Next up for the Indians at bat is Carter. Pitches low in the dirt. 1-0 the count. 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. One 0 pitch is in for a strike. 1-1 is the count. One pitch. That one is in play. The shortstop gets it. Throw is made to first. Throw is caught for the second out. So Cross Redan makes a great throw to A.J. Holloway for the second out. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. At the plate now for the Indians, Finley Ward. On the mound, Matthew Evans for the Raiders. 1-0 the count. That pitch is low for a ball, 2-0 with 2 outs. Scoreless through these first 4 innings. That one's in for a strike. 2-1 is the count, 2 outs. That one is sent up center field. And the play is made for the 3rd out. Holloway grabs it. And we are headed to the 5th inning. We are scoreless in this game 2 Sweet 16 GHSA playoff matchup between the Raiders and the Indians. Are we low? Top of the 5th inning with a lead-off single. A.J. Holloway gets to base to lead off the 5th inning, trying to get something going offensively here for Redan in a must-win game. This is game 2 of the Sweet 16. The Indians took game 1. The Raiders need game 2 to force a game 3 tomorrow, and that is how they're starting off, the top of the 5th. At the plate now is Markel Harden, who shows bunt. But that pitch is in for a strike, just misses it. 0-1 is the count, no outs, runner on first. It's Loudermilk at the mound for the Indians. The closer of game 1 and the starter of game 2. That one's in for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Runner on first, 1-1 to count. That bunt is in play. Everyone goes. Will he get there? Runner is safe at second, but Markel Harden is out. So a sacrifice bunt moves Holloway to second base in scoring position. So runner on second with 1 out now. And it's Matthew Evans, the shortstop, the pitcher, the Eastern Tennessee State commit, now at the plate with a runner on second in a must-win game for his Raiders. Loudermilk been dealing on the mound for the Indians. Pitcher versus pitcher. That one is fouled back. 0-1 count. One out, runner on second. Oh, 1 the count. Pitches in. That one sends right to second, but can he get to first? He does! The ball gets away from the first baseman, and Evans gets to second base. And Holloway advances to third. 2 runners in scoring position off an error at first base for the Indians. Runners in scoring position, and the Raiders need it. With Cross Redan now at the plate, he has an opportunity to put the Raiders on the board first, give them the lead in a must-win game. One out. 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch is in. That one fouls back. 0-1 the count. So an error is capitalized on by the Raiders. Get 2 runners in scoring position. 0-1 is the count. 1 out. Redan at the plate. Pitch is in. He sends that one to second. Throw is made at first, but a run scores. Holloway gets on the board for the Raiders. The first run is in, and they needed it. So the Raiders have not scored a run since the second inning of game 1 a few hours ago. Now they're on the board here first in game 2. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Tobias Bell at the plate for the Raiders. Swing and a miss. James Bethay at the plate with the swing and the miss. 0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Runner on third. Raiders need this game. Raiders win. They stay alive. They force a game 3 tomorrow. Pitch is high for a ball. 1-2 count. I'm not doing that one. 1-2 to count. 1-1 to count. 2 outs. And that one's fouled down right field. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position at third. James Bethay at the plate. Raiders need a win to stay alive in the playoffs. Oh, he shows bunt. They're saying he's safe. They said he didn't go. He pulled back. 2-2 is the count. 2 outs. 2-2 is the count. Runner in scoring position at third. James Bethay at the plate, the sophomore. 2-2 is the count. Pitch coming. Swung and missed. So that is how we'll end the top of the 5th inning. Redan does get on the board. The Raiders up 1-0 over the Indians in a must-win game. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Welcome back inside Greg Goodwin Field. It is nighttime. We are under the lights in a Game 2 matchup. It is the Sweet 16 of the GHSA playoffs. It is the Redan Raiders taking on Stevens County, the Indians. The Indians took Game 1. This is Game 2. Ball goes into play. Gets over the pitcher, Evans. So Drew Daves is safe at first. So that's how we are starting the bottom of the 5th inning for the Indians in this Game 2 matchup. Indians took Game 1. Raiders need Game 2 to force a Game 3 tomorrow. It's the right-handed pitcher Hayden Scott now at the plate with one runner on and no outs. It's Matthew Evans, the Eastern Tennessee State commit, on the mound for the Raiders. Lays a bunt down. Evans throws to first, and the throw is there, but a runner advances to second. So the Indians advance a runner to second, sacrificing an out there. So it's going to be Duke Collins, the freshman, at the plate for the Indians with the runner in scoring position. Redan holding on to a 1-run lead. They scored a run in the top of the 5th. Pitch is in. Pitch is a ball. So 1-0 the count with 1 out, a runner on second. Evans and our catcher having a conversation here. Sorting some things out. Raiders have to have this game in order to keep playing in this series. Indians took Game 1. Winning this game means they advance to the Elite Eight. 1-0 is the count, 1 out. Runner on first, runner on second. Pitches in for a ball, 2-0 the count. That pitch is in for a ball. 3-0 is the count. One out here. 3-0 is the count. Runner on second for the Indians. Evans on the mound. Pitches in for a ball. So Duke Collins will be walked. So 2 runners on for the Indians. Runner in scoring position and runner on first. And Christian Hewitt is now at the plate, working with 1 out and 2 runners on, down by 1 to the Redan Raiders. Pitches in for a strike. Tried to pull back, but he didn't get it in time. 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Oh, close. That was going to be a ball. 1-1 to count for Christian Hewitt. Runners on first and second. 1 out. That one is in for a strike. That was close. 1-2 count, 1 out. Matthew Evans dealing on the mound for Redan. Redan needs this game. That one's in for a ball. 2-2 is the count, 1 out. Runners on first and second for the Indians, 1 out. Full count, 3-2. 2 runners on for the Indians. 1 out. Full count. Full count, 1 out. Pitches in. Oh, he thought he got the ball, but he's punched out. Christian Hewitt is retired. That's a strikeout for Matthew Evans. And he's letting Blue know he don't like it. But he's headed to the dugout regardless. Let's see. Definitely a strike right down the middle. Now that one is a ball. Loudermilk at the plate. 2 runners on, 2 outs. 1-0 is the count. Loudermilk from the mound to the plate. He does it all. 1-0 pitch is high for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Tying run at first for the tying run at second for the Indians. Runner at first as well. 2 runners on. Raiders holding on to a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. 2-1 is now the count. Loudermilk was trying to send that one back up north Atlanta. Swing and a miss again. 2-2 is the count. Loudermilk is looking for a big play. 2-2 the count. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Back-to-back swing and misses for Loudermilk. What does he have here? Evans loading up the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Evans punches out Loudermilk, showing the pitcher how it feels to get struck out. And Loudermilk heads back to the dugout. The Raiders are feeling the energy. We are headed to the top of the 6th inning. Redan holding on to a 1-0 lead in a game that they need to stay alive in the GHSA playoffs. Welcome back inside Greg Goodwin Field at Redan High School. Redan holding on to a 1-0 lead over the Stevens County Indians in this game 2 of a Sweet 16 GHSA playoff matchup. Indians took game 1. Raiders need game 2 to force a game 3. It's Loudermilk back at the mound for the Indians. At the plate is Tobias Bell for the Raiders. 2-0 is our count. Bell fouled back twice. Top of the 6th inning. 2-0 pitch, fouls back again. Bell is looking for a big play here. Game 2, under the lights. 2-0 is the count. The pitch is coming from Loudermilk. Pitch is outside. 1-2 is the count. One-two count, top of the 6th inning. Tobias Bell trying to lead things off here for the Raiders. He sends that one to second. Throw is made to first. Secured by Noah Holbrooks. So 1 up, 1 down. Up next at bat for the Raiders, Dyson Marks, the junior. Raiders holding on to a 1-run lead late in this game 2. Playoff action at Greg Goodwin Field. The pitch is in. The pitch is in for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 1 out. One 0 pitch is in for a strike. Dyson Marks at the plate. 1-1 is the count. Loudermilk's pitch is in. That one gets in play, gets down to second baseman, gets it right to first base. So 2 up, 2 down the same way from second to first. Jameer Holloway, the Alcorn State Brave commit, is now at bat for the Raiders. The Raiders working with 2 outs and a 1-run lead. They're trying to add to that lead, add some cushion here in a must-win game in the Sweet 16. First pitch in for a ball. 1-0 is the count. He gets that one into play to the third baseman. The throw is made, secured again by Noah Holbrooks. Noah Holbrooks making 3 plays at first base to retire the Raiders in the top of the 6th. We are headed to the top of the 7th. The Raiders clinging on to a 1-run lead. Welcome back inside Greg Goodwin Field. It's game 2 of a Sweet 16 matchup between Stevens County and Redan High School. At the mound is Matthew Evans for Redan, and at the plate for the Indians, Tyler Zagon, who just swung and missed for the second strike. 0-2 is the count, 1 out. Pitches in, pitches outside, 1-2 the count, 1 out. Redan clinging on to a 1-run lead. One-two pitch is in, gets into the shortstop. Throw is made to first, secured. 1 up, 1 down. Noah Strickland now at the plate for the Indians. And we are going to step aside. Moment. Oh, 2 is the count here. Swing and a miss from Noah Strickland. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strickland punched out by Matthew Evans. Matthew Evans has been punching the Indians out today. So 2 outs for the Indians in the bottom of the 6th inning. Carter now at the plate trying to make something go. His Indians down by 1. First pitch is in for a ball. 1-0 pitch. Oh, hits him on the head. So he will advance to first base. So 2 outs and a hit by pitch. Finley Ward now at the plate for the Indians. Runner on first, 2 outs. Evans on the mound for the Redan Raiders. Finley Ward at the plate for the Indians. Pitches in. He sends that one to third base. Oh, and shortstop slips. He can't make the throw. He slips. Catch was made, but he could not make the throw. He slipped. Cross Redan did. So now 2 runners on for the Indians. Runner at second and a runner at first. So the tying run at second and the go-ahead run at first. 2 outs for the Indians, and they just got a big break. Drew Daves now at the plate. And that almost just misses him. First pitch in for a ball, so 1-0 is the count. 2 outs, 2 runners on for the Indians. And that one hits his elbow. So now the bases are loaded. So 2 runners walked from being hit by a pitch. And now the Indians have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Redan is going to talk this one over, and we are going to step aside. Bases are loaded for the Indians, down by 1 to Redan in this game 2. Working with 2 outs. That one is fouled back to Hayden Scott, the right-handed pitcher at the plate for the Indians. So 0-2 is the count, 2 outs. Matthew Evans understands the situation. He's 1 strike away from getting the Raiders out of a jam. 0-2 is the count, 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Indians. What does Evans have in him? The runner will be retired. So the play is made, and the Raiders get out of a jam. The Indians had the bases loaded, but the defense stepped up when it mattered. We are headed to the top of the 7th. The Redan Raiders holding on to a 1-run lead over the Indians. It is the top of the 7th inning. Redan Raiders holding on to a 1-run lead over the Stevens County Indians. It is game 2 of a Sweet 16 GHSA playoff game, a game that the Raiders need to stay alive. Indians take game 1. If they come back and win this game tonight, then that's it. They head to the Elite 8. The Raiders' season is done. The Raiders have to get this game tonight to play for a decisive game 3 tomorrow. At the plate is Cameron Dinkins. At bat for the Raiders. On the mound is Loudermilk for the Indians. 2-1 is the count. Dinkins, the freshman, leading off this 7th inning for the Raiders. Swing and a miss. 2-2 is the count. Top of the 7th. The Raiders need to tack on some more runs to get a little bit more of a comfortable lead over the Indians. That pitch is outside. We have a full count, 3-2 for the leadoff batter, the freshman, Cameron Dinkins. 3-2 is the count. The crowd is rowdy. The dugouts calm in this intense situation. Ball gets into play to center field. The shortstop gets it. The throw to first to Noah Holbrooks is there. So 1 up, 1 down for the Indians. And Loudermilk is stretching at the mound. He was the closer in game 1, and he started game 2. So this is the 8th consecutive inning that Loudermilk has pitched today. At the plate now for the Raiders, A.J. Holloway, the starting pitcher in game 1. First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 is the count. 1 out for the Raiders. And Loudermilk has been stretching his hamstring at the mound. Pitch goes down right field. It gets down. Holloway gets to first. He is safe. So Holloway gets the crowd in the dugout jumping. They needed some energy, and Holloway delivers. And Loudermilk is still stretching that hamstring. Not sure if he's dealing with something, but he has definitely been stretching for the past couple of minutes on the mound. At bat is Markel Harden, the junior. And, yeah, they're going to look at Loudermilk because he's been stretching that leg. Might need to come out the game. This is his 8th consecutive inning pitching. He closed game 1, and he started game 2. So they're going to see how he's doing. Looks like he's staying in. He said, "This is the playoffs, baby. I got to be out here." That's what we think he said. Markel Harden, the junior, at the plate for Redan. Runner on first, Holloway. The Raiders looking on to tack on to their lead in a must-win game. Pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Throw to first. Holloway safe. 0-1 is the count. 1 out. Loudermilk loading up the pitch. It's in. The bunt is foul. 0-1, 0-2 the count. Markel Harden has laid down some successful bunts already in this game. So we know what he can do. 0-2 the count, 1 out. 1 out. Pitch is in. Pitch is low for a ball, and Holloway goes to second, and he's safe at second. So a low pitch in the dirt results in Holloway advancing the scoring position. Holloway now at second in scoring position. Markel Harden still at the plate with an 0-2 count. 1 out. Pitch is in, swing and a miss. So Markel Harden strikes out. Holloway does advance to second, but now Redan is staring at 2 outs in the top of the 7th. They are clinging on to a 1-run lead. They need some insurance here before we head to the bottom of the 7th. At the plate for Redan, Matthew Evans at the plate, the shortstop, Eastern Tennessee State commit, shortstop and pitcher for Redan. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 count, 2 outs. He gets that one to the shortstop. The throw is made to first base and is collected by Noah Holbrooks. Noah has made some big plays at first base, and he doesn't let that one get by him. We are headed to the bottom of the 7th. The Indians need 1 run to tie. They need 2 runs to advance to the Elite 8. What will the Raiders do? We're about to find out. It's the bottom of the 7th. The Indians are at the plate. It is Stevens County taking on Redan High School in Game 2 of a Sweet 16 matchup. It's the GHSA playoffs. We are here at Greg Grissom Field. A play is made. It's down at right field. And the leadoff batter, Duke Collins, the freshman, gets to first to start off the bottom of the 7th. The Indians are down by 1. All they need is 2 to win, 1 to tie. The Indians win Game 1. If they win Game 2, if they walk it off, then they win the series and they are headed to the Elite 8. Redan has to hold them off in order to force a Game 3 tomorrow. At the plate is at the mound is Matthew Evans for Redan. Bunt unsuccessful for Christian Hewitt, who's at the plate for the Indians. Runner at first to lead off the bottom of the 7th. That's how you start off the bottom of an inning, when you are looking to walk it off and close out a series. Redan's defense, pitching has to be on point here. Just need 3 outs to advance to a decisive Game 3 tomorrow. That one is way outside, but the play is made at first. They punch out Christian Hewitt. A.J. Holloway punches out Christian Hewitt. What a play at first base. The timeliness, the poise, the presence from Redan to get that out. Situation has totally changed. 1 out, no runners on. Redan is 2 outs away from forcing a game 3 tomorrow. That pitch is in for a strike. And this ballpark erupted. That pitch is fouled off. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Redan has to win this game to stay alive and force a game 3 tomorrow. The Indians looking to close this series out tonight. The ball gets in play to the shortstop. The throw is made to first. It bounces. It goes away. Christian Hewitt turns the corner. He's headed to second. He is safe at second. Christian Hewitt safe at second. So a runner in scoring position for the Indians, a tying runner at second. So Redan makes the play at first, then turns around and allows a runner at second. 1 out with Christian Hewitt at second base. Christian Hewitt will be the tying run. And it's the pitcher, Connor Loudermilk, now at the plate. He would be the go-ahead run with the tying run. Christian Hewitt at second. Redan needs 2 more outs here. The Indians need 2 runs to close this out. Swing and a miss from Loudermilk. 0-1 is the count. 1 out. This is it in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is in. Pitch is outside. 1-1 is the count. Christian Hewitt eyeing third base. The tying run at second. The go-ahead run at the plate. Matthew Evans on the mound, trying to stay poised and keep the Redan Raiders alive. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Loudermilk staring at a 1-2 count. Matthew Evans punched out Loudermilk his last time at bat. Can he do it again, or will Loudermilk put this ball in play and be a hero in game 2 like he was in game 1? 1-2 is the count, 1 out. Evans versus Loudermilk. That one is outside, 2-2 the count. Tying run at second. Loudermilk at the plate is the go-ahead run, the winning run, the walk-off run. 2-2 count. Pitch from Evans on the way. And Loudermilk asks for time. He's stretching out that hamstring again. He was dealing with it a little bit on the mound. Now he's feeling it a little bit at the plate. 2-2 pitch from Evans. Coming. Swing and a miss. Evan punches out Loudermilk for the second time in this game. And he lets him know it. He stares him down as he walks back to the dugout. It's 2 outs. The Raiders are 1 out away from forcing a game 3 in this playoff series against the Indians. The tying run at second for the Indians. The go-ahead run at the plate, Tyler Zagon. Pitch is in. Pitch is low for a ball. The Raiders have to have this game if they want to stay alive and force a decisive game 3 tomorrow. The Indians took game 1. All they need is 2 runs to close out this series. Swing and a miss from Zagon. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. The crowd is booming. We can feel them below us in the press box. Pitch is in. Pitch is in for a ball. That was close. 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. The Indians down by 1. Tying run at second. Go ahead. Walk-off run at the plate. Zagon. Just misses that pitch. Has to spin to avoid it. 3-1 the count. 2 outs. Redan has to have this game to stay alive. Zagan, the go-ahead run. The pitch is in. The pitch is in for a strike. It's a full count. One more strike. Wins the game for Redan. Forces a game 3. Full count, 2 outs. Zagan at the plate. The tying run at second base. Full count. The pitch is in from Evans, and they fouls it back. The tension is thick at the ballpark. 2 outs. Full count. Game 2. Raiders trying to stay alive and play again tomorrow. Pitch is in. He sends that one outside the ballpark, and Zagan walks it off for. Oh, they bring the ball in. It's inside. It's inside, but the game is tied. Zagan ties the game. Christian Hewitt comes home. Zagan gets to second base, and we are tied in the bottom of the 7th. Oh my gosh, that ball looked like it was headed for the parking lot. The Raiders keep them from walking it off, but the game is now tied. The go-ahead run, the winning run at second. At the plate is Noah Strickland for the Indians. The Raiders now tied with the Indians in a must-win game. They are going to discuss this on the mound. Evans and our catcher, and we're going to be bringing in a pinch runner. Carmelo Renfro will be the pinch runner for Zagan at second base. And this game has been intense. Game 1 and game 2, and we're tied in the bottom of the 7th. It's the Sweet 16 of the GHSA playoffs. Evans sends the pitch in for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 2 outs still, but the game is now tied. The Indians will either finish it here or Redan will have another chance at bat. 1-0 pitch, in for a strike. 1-1 pitch, 1-1 count. All tied up at 1. 1-1 pitch, in for a strike. 1-2 pitch. 2 outs. One-two pitch is in for a ball. 2-2 is the count. Go ahead run, the winning run at second base. Redan needs to get this final out to stay alive. 2-2 count. Pitch is in. Swing and a miss. Evan punches out another batter. This time it's Noah Strickland. And we are headed to an additional inning. It's tied up 1-1. Someone has to win it. The Raiders are trying to force a game 3. The Indians are trying to end this series tonight. Back here at Redan High School, it's the 8th inning. All tied up, so we have additional innings in this Sweet 16 playoff matchup between the Redan Raiders and the Stevens County Indians. The Indians tied this up in the bottom of the 7th, so here we are in the top of the 8th with additional innings in this playoff game. Redan sends this one all the way deep down left field, but the ball is caught for the first out of our extra innings. It's Connor Loudermilk on the mound still for the Indians. Loudermilk has pitched this entire game. He closed out game 1. Indians won game 1, so a win here will mean they advance to the Elite 8. The Raiders have to win this game in order to force a decisive game 3 tomorrow. If the Raiders lose, their season is done. The Indians win, they are advancing to the Elite 8. It's James Bethea at the plate. 0-1 count, 1 out for the Raiders. 0-1 pitch. That just nearly misses James Bethea's chest. 2-1 the count. That's in for a ball. 1 out here for Redan. Loudermilk was the hero to close out game 1. He's looking to repeat in game 2. That one sends up. Is it going to be caught? Holbrook is there. And Holbrook makes the grab. The second great grab of this series from the first baseman, Noah Holbrooks. So 2 out now for Redan. The first baseman, Tobias Bell, now at the plate. No runners on, 2 outs. Tobias Bell trying to make something happen here for his Raiders in a dire situation where they have to win in order to keep playing. Pitches in for a strike from Loudermilk. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. That pitch is low for a ball, 1-1 to count. Two outs, 1-1 the count. Pitch coming from Loudermilk. Sent straight up. Everyone looking for it. Who's going to grab it? And it's caught underneath, and the Indians go 3 up, 3 down, and they're letting the Redan fans know what's up. So we're headed to the bottom of the 8th where the Indians have a chance to walk it off. They have a chance to advance to the Elite 8. Welcome back inside Greg Goodwin Field. It is a Sweet 16 GHSA playoff matchup between Stevens County and Redan High School. The Indians took game one. If they win here in the bottom of the eighth, then they are headed to the Elite Eight. The Raiders have to make something happen here. They're playing from behind. If they lose this game, season is over. We are in additional innings here. It's Evans still at the mound for Redan. It's going to be Carter at the plate for the Indians. Additional innings here. All the Indians need is one run to advance to the Elite Eight. 1-1 the count. Under the lights here at Redan High School. Pitches in for a ball. 2-1 the count. The Indians licking their chops here, knowing all they need is one run to advance in the playoffs. Swing and a miss from Carter. 2-2 the counts. The Raiders still fighting here at home, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Indians know they're in striking distance, as all they need is one run to advance. 3-2 the count. It's full. Pitches in for a strike, so Evan punches out another batter. This time it's Carter. So 1 out, 1 up, 1 down in the bottom of the eighth. Matthew Evans, the shortstop, the pitcher, the Eastern Tennessee State commit, holding it down on the mound for the Raiders. At bat now is Finley Ward for the Indians. Pitch in for a ball. 1-0 the count. That one is fair. Goes to third baseman. Throw is made to first. And he's out at first base. So 2 up, 2 down. A tough catch made there by Holloway at first base. Drew Daves up at bat for the Indians. Pitches in. 1-0 the count. That one fouls back. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. Sends that one foul right field. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. One to the count, 2 outs. Bottom of the eighth, we're here in an additional inning as things are all tied up. So we got an extra inning in this game 2 Sweet 16 playoff matchup. Pitches in. Pitch is way outside. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. The Raiders have to have this win to stay alive. The Indians win, and they are headed to the Elite Eight. Pitch in. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Well, he got a piece of it, and it fouls back. The count remains 2-2. Two to the count, 2 outs. Raiders hoping they can get another chance at bat. Hoping they can stay alive. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, well, tagged. So we are headed to the 9th inning. The Raiders stay alive for another inning They need runs. They need scores if they want to keep playing in this playoff series against the Indians. Welcome back into Greg Goodwin Field at Redan High School. It's a extra inning. It is the 9th inning, all tied up at 1. We couldn't close it out at 7. It is the Redan Raiders taking on the Stevens County's Indians in a Sweet 16 matchup for the GHSA playoffs. The Indians took game 1 earlier today. All they need is a win tonight, and they advance to the Elite 8. The Raiders have to win today to force a decisive game 3 tomorrow. A lot at stake in these final innings, in these final moments. The Raiders back at the plate now. Dyson Marks, the junior, at the plate. It's Loudermilk on the mound for the Indians. Started and pitched all game. 3-0 count now for Loudermilk. That pitch is in for a ball, so ball 4. So Dyson Marks will lead off with a walk. Headed to first base. Jameer Holloway is the next batter up, the Alcorn State commit. He's a future Brave, a senior. Redan trying to tack on some insurance runs. They obviously need more than a tied ball game before we head to the bottom of the 9th. The Indians will get a chance there. Redan looking for some runs. First pitch in for a ball, runner on first, 1-0 count. And the Indians are going to talk with Loudermilk, who has pitched this whole game and is feeling something in his hamstring. So we're going to step aside. Finley Ward now on the mound as a reliever for the Indians, relieving Connor Loudermilk of his duties. We are still in the top of the ninth. Runner on first for the Raiders. First pitch is a strike for Ward. Jameer Holloway, the Alcorn State commit, the future Brave, at the plate. Raiders need a win in this game to force a game 3 tomorrow. If they lose, their season is done. Oh, he sends that one down left field, and it's gone. Foul. Oh, my gosh. Greg, what? What's the name of this park? Goodwin. Greg Goodwin Park was about to explode, but that one fell foul. So, 1-2 count here for Jameer Holloway. Finley Ward, the relief pitcher, on the mound. That pitch is in for a ball. 1-2 count. Raiders, 2-2 count. Raiders have to have a win to stay alive. Jameer Holloway at the plate. Runner on first. Pitch is in. He sends that one to center field, and runner gets to second, and Jameer gets to first base. So 2 runners on, no outs. And the ballpark is jumping on a Thursday night. 2 runners on, no outs. 9th inning, our second additional inning of this playoff game. Couldn't be decided in just 7. Knotted up at 1. Somebody has to escape this game with a win, and it's Xavier Zachary, the senior center fielder, now at the plate for Redan. 2 runners on, no outs. And that one is going to be fouled off. 0-1 the count. 2 runners on. The Raiders have gotten runners on in game 1 and game 2, but they have struggled bringing those runners home. They have to bring them home if they want to play again tomorrow. 0-1 count. Pitch is in. That bunt is caught by the pitcher, and the double play is made. Finley Ward makes the play. The relief pitcher executes the double play. 2 outs now for Redan. Runner now only at first for Redan, and they are quickly working now with 2 outs. Finley Ward, the relief pitcher, coming in and instantly making an impact. All the Indians need is a win tonight, and they advance to the Elite 8. And Ward makes another catch, throws to first, and gets the out, makes the throw to Loudermilk. So we are headed to the bottom of the 9th. The Indians know all they need is 1 run, and they are headed to the Elite 8. Welcome back inside Greg Goodwin Field. It is the bottom of the ninth. We had 2 additional innings in this game between the Stevens County Indians and the Redan High School Raiders. It's a Sweet 16 matchup game between the two in the GHSA playoffs. Indians took game 1. Raiders have to have a win here in game 2 in order to advance, or their season is over. It is the bottom of the ninth. The Indians have a chance to walk this game off in the bottom. And the Raiders have a new pitcher in the game. It is Moxie McNeely. He is a sophomore. He's making his debut on the mound today. At the plate for the Indians is Hayden Scott, the right-handed pitcher for the Indians. And it's quickly a 2-0 count for the new pitcher, Moxie McNeely. Indians only need 1 run to head to the Elite 8. 3 pitches, 3 balls for the sophomore McNeely. And the Indians dugout rowdy, letting the Raiders hear them. They know the situation. They are in the driver's seat right now. That pitch is in for a strike. 3-1 count. Three-one pitch is in for a ball, so 4-1 count. And the pitcher gets walked. Hayden Scott. A lead-off walk for the Indians in the bottom of the ninth. New pitcher trying to find his groove, coming in late in the middle of the night for the Raiders in this game too. Is Duke Collins, the freshman, at the plate now for the Indians. All the Indians need is 1 run, and they're headed to the Elite 8. He puts the bunt in play. They make the throw to first. The throw is made to first. However, Hayden Scott advances to second. So runner in scoring position now for the Indians at second base. So all the Indians need is 1 run to head to the Elite 8. And that run is now at second base, with Christian Hewitt now at the plate for the Indians. Bottom of the ninth, pitches in for a strike. The sophomore, Moxie McNeely, starts off this one with a strike. The winning run for the Indians at second base. Pitches in for a ball. 1-1 count for McNeely. 1 out. 1-1 count. But all the Indians need is 1 run. Raiders trying to cling on in this playoff series. Pitches in. That's in for a ball. 2-1 count. 1 out. The sophomore coming in late at night, relieving Matthew Evans on the mound. Two, 1 count, 1 out for the Indians. The pitch from McNeely is in. That one gets sent to right field. It is not caught. The ball is down. Hewitt comes around third. He comes home, and the Indians are headed to the Elite 8. They sweep the Redan Raiders on the road. They steal 2 wins here at Greg Goodwin Field, and they are now taking over the trap at Redan High School. So the Indians, they win in extra innings, bottom of the ninth. The walk-off run is Christian Hewitt, and they are headed to the Elite 8. The season is over for the Redan Raiders.